Discord be hating me tonight. Welcome to the Flower Power Charlotte. I guess we're gonna call it a 50. This is a ladies' night out racing, brought to you by Old Bastards Racing League and commentated by us three knuckleheads from the Aftermath podcast. We are missing Mr. Rochette tonight, but you got Chris, Tony, and David K. Hall from the main iRacers Lounge podcast. Hey, fellas.
Oh, man, that was a pretty good recovery. I was fumbling around just trying to get to Discord to see if your push-to-talk was working or not.
Mine works.
David was just criticizing our push-to-talk skills before the race, and apparently he was correct.
Yeah. See, now every so many button presses, I get a pop-up come up through Discord. And apparently, if I just leave that pop-up up, then my push-to-talk does not work. So I had to kind of redo that intro, but we won't let that stop us. We got the ladies out just doing a qualifying now. We've got a few less than what we normally see. So I don't know. Maybe the flower power was a little too much. Maybe a little too much flour. But we're the ladies that we got out tonight have been on the track many times together, and with us commentating, we've seen all these ladies race, so I'm expecting some really good stuff happening tonight, even with a diminished field.
Watching Janice qualify right now, and I'm getting to see the chrome sparkle on that car. I didn't really see the shine on pit road. That's a sharp looking car.
Well, I guess we should shout out to Pete Kopko, Cocoa Puffs there over at Old Bastard. He's the one that did up this beautiful paint job of Janice's, and he told us to, take a look at that thing as it's going around the track, and boy, does she shine.
He was also the guy saying, "Hey, dummies, you're live." And that was his voice piping in there.
It looks like
that too.
It does look like Janice brought in a 30.665. Enough for P2, but some lady named Lisa sitting on the pole currently.
Man, oh man, I had to do a quick turn and a big old high five. She's sitting right beside me, and she's got a smile from ear to ear, and I don't blame her. Well earned.
Yeah, by a 10th right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. With the smaller field, you're not going to see as much of the aero affect the handling of the cars. And this is my first time to get to jump in on the race, but it probably won't have as many cautions either.
Yeah, I think you're in for a treat. The last race we had, I think it was at Michigan. Was it Michigan? We had a field of twice this size, and it was a lot of clean, good racing. And like Tony said, a lot of the ladies tonight are some of the more experienced drivers. This ought to be a really good show.
Yeah, I'm super excited. These ladies, they know how to get after it, and they're not afraid to either. Because it's only a 50-lap race, pretty much right from lap one, they're going for the throat, and they're. Like we say this about every single race that we talk to. We just keep watching these ladies just get better and better. And even though they are going for the jugular, they're doing their best to to do it properly and not not by wrecking them, but by actually getting up there and passing them. Last race we were graced with a lot of really good side-by-side action. It was a lot of fun to call.
Well, racing is always a balancing act, right? You have to race hard to get up there, but you also can't win if you don't have a car lift.
Yeah, and speaking of our faster ladies, one of the fastest we're missing tonight. Hagi is, I think as we mentioned on one of the other podcasts, races. She races from Israel, and Hamas is starting their stuff over there again, and there's rockets flying over her family's head, so she can't make the race. So it's kind of something you don't think about when you're doing this stuff, but yeah, hopefully her family stays safe, and we'll see her back on track soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Our thoughts are definitely with her. I know she was able to message in to into the ladies' Discord and say, even though she can't race, she will be watching. So, Hagi, big hello to you. We are missing you out here tonight. Be safe, please. We can't wait to see you out next race.
So fill me in a little bit, guys. How much of a season do they run here?
Well, it's
They're-
they run every month. So I guess that's what you can call their season. I don't think that they're counting they don't have a point system yet or anything like that. It's just for the ladies, basically like their name says, just to have a night out with the girls. Do some racing, see what their guys, kind of getting into what their guys have been going on and spending all the money, getting into their world a little bit.
Hopefully,
We're
we'll have
about 3 minutes
a.
away from grid time, and it looks like we got just a couple that have not qualified yet. Maybe they're just waiting for the clouds to hit and get a little bit of a cooler corner or two.
Yep, neither one of them are currently on the track. Sometimes it just feels safer to start in the back as well.
Yeah, they might just want that spot back there.
There's been times especially when I was first learning all the road courses that I run in sports cars now, I would just start in the pits just because I didn't know the track yet and just didn't care where I finished. I just wanted to get out there in race conditions, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like we said, a lot of these ladies, a lot of times they don't have a lot of time for practice. They're the busy ones in the family, so they might have not had much of a warm up and just want to chill for a few laps. And 50 laps, I mean, it's a fairly long race. Nice, cool track. It's 70 degree air temp, I think. Under 100-degree track temp. Yeah, 99-degree track temp. Nice, cool track, even under the sun.
Now, if they have the full tank, then they can go the entire race without pitting.
Yeah, and they will have the full tank, and then you mix that in, with the cautioner too. They'll definitely be good on fuel. It'll be the tires, and we've seen them do this at Charlotte in the past. Some have come in to get the tires, and some have stayed out. And that's when things get really interesting because near the end of this race, those tires are pretty worn out.
Well, last month's race was won because of new tires, and so that's just more than likely gonna be a factor in this one.
Yeah, track position is not going to be that hard to get with there only being 8 cars in the field. So I would say tires are going to be golden this race.
Yeah, it should be really fun towards the last laps here, especially since in some of the races where we have twice the field, you can kind of count on a caution with this smaller field. I mean, when do you take that? You stay out, with tend to go on 3-lap tires. It might bite you.
Have any of y'all raced Charlotte since all the latest updates came out? I don't know how hard it is to pass here.
No, it's actually been a bit for me.
I jumped in last night with Lisa for a little bit, and the car definitely didn't stick to the track like it used to. Didn't get to really try it out in any kind of traffic, but she was a bit loose.
If I remember correctly, we did cover that they altered this track surface parameters to try to make it more multi-groove. I always love seeing the new starts setups that they have on the newer tracks.
I was just about to say the same thing. The start and facing the fans. Or artificial fans, whatever's name. Simulated fans.
Well, the ladies are rolling, getting themselves all lined up, getting ready for that green flag. We'll starting in pole position, we got Lisa Greitmeyer, and on the outside is Hannah Howell. Followed up in third position is Janice Tarson.
And I did take a check in the back. Our non-qualifiers are on the grid, so there's no technical difficulties.
That was where Chris was supposed to pick up with, who's right in fourth place. That'd be Jackie Chalmers. And Vanessa Daly is in the fifth place. Beside her is Chantel Pottle. And in the final row is Maria Beebe and Ashley Visser to round out our 8-car lineup for tonight.
I was going to, but I couldn't tell if your mic cut out or not.
Flower Power.
Green flag, green flag.
We are green, and the race is on, and Lisa was able to just eke out a bit of a lead, but Hannah Powell takes it to the outside and leaves her kind of sitting.
Hannah was definitely able to carry the momentum on that outer lane. That might be the optimal starting point if we have any restarts.
I'm almost too mesmerized by the racing to do any commentating. I'm spectating Janice, and I saw there was a couple of cars that got a couple runs. A couple had to check up. Janice just had to check up. She's got another car that's got to run on her.
Well, they are single file up in the front, but Lisa is putting some pressure on Hannah.
You can definitely tell. It's definitely slippery around here, and Janice gets a little sideways coming out of 4. It gathers it up. Looks like we have a spin behind her.
And we got Chantel Pottle in the number 5. Looks as she's peeking to jump into that top 3, trying to get by Jackie Chalmers. Lisa started in first, and she wasn't able to maintain it, but she is not letting Hannah get away very far. She's been able to maintain about a car and a half length pace right behind Hannah. Might actually be a bit of a smart call at this point in time.
Whoa, that was close. Yeah, Lisa got loose off of 2. And that was almost just like what I saw off with Janice off of 4. So it is definitely slick out there.
She just needs to take a couple of laps. Anytime you slow it up, those tires get really hot, and for the next 2 laps, the car will not handle good.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to watch.
That's too bad. Just gonna have to just keep herself a little calm and get those tires back underneath her.
We have side by side the 5 and the 321.
That was a great move on the 5. I was actually looking for her to get sideways, just like Lisa and Janice did there, coming off the corner down low. Ooh.
Got a little heavy on the apron there. Hannah is now pulled away to about a 1-second lead.
Yeah, that racing by the second and third let her pull away a little bit, but now that the 5's made that pass, we'll see if she can chase her down. Yeah, it looks like Lisa gathered up nicely. There's really not that much of a gap between the second and third and her.
Though Janice and Vanessa Daly are both looking at putting a little pressure on Lisa now to start trying to close that gap.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be long before Chantel is going to be putting pressure on our leader, man. She is really running her down. It's a really smooth line around the place.
2 laps ago, the gap was 1.6. It's now down to 0.4.
Yeah.
The number 4, 3, and 32, they're all kind of, spaced out nice and even, but they're starting to, put some pressure on Jackie Chalmers now, and it looks like Lisa's coming in for the pass on the inside, and a little bump, and Lisa's spinning onto the infield. No caution so far.
And that's unfortunate. She's now in the pits, so she's going to have a penalty.
Yeah, obviously the low side is just so slick down here. That's why I was so impressed with the 5 when she was able to make that pass. I just thought for sure that car was going to come around off of 4.
Well, the 321 got really tight and had to check up on the wall. Lisa had to check up hard, came down low, and then got rear-ended by the car behind her.
Ouch. So definitely a different situation. But yeah, the 5 has chased down our leader.
Oh, I was just checking in with Lisa there, and she got hit pretty hard with a penalty. She got about a minute 10 penalty for that slide right into pit road.
We have a pass for the lead.
Pretty easy pass as well.
Yeah, Chantel is just kind of might check out here. She just has a real nice smooth rhythm around this place, and
she is running the fastest 10-lap average right now as the race goes. Which would make sense with her being in front.
Some fancy software to have that kind of information.
yeah. Wish I had numbers. I need another screen.
You just took this broadcast to a whole nother level.
That's right.
It's JRT.
Call that black voodoo magic.
I use this screen when I'm testing the sets that y'all use to see if the set's actually decent, right? Because you get a lot of hot lappers in a practice session, or people come in and will actually practice the Q set, and you can get a little discouraged when you're sitting 30th on the speed chart, and then you go and you look at your 10-lap average and you're third. You feel a lot better, and we have the 06 on the wall. Slapped it about 3 times, still trying to gather it. And it looks like she's bringing it in.
Oh, we've had a heck of a lineup shake-up here. And still they're green flag so far. This is crazy.
I'm going to go back and take a look.
We have Chantel Pottle still in the lead, but Janice Tarson looks like she is making up some time here. She's running some pretty good laps.
Yeah, I took a look at Hannah's incident. She just stayed in the gas a little bit too much and slapped the wall pretty hard. So I guess they had fast repairs, so she's going in to get it fixed up.
Yeah, it looks like Janice is at least maintaining, but I don't know if she's catching Chantel. Man, she is really getting around this
The
place.
32 of Vanessa Daly just made a pass on Jackie Chalmers for the 3rd place position. That was a very clean pass. Well executed. Looks like Hannah Howell's back out on track, and she is right behind the leader as Chantel. Now, she is 2 laps down, but with the better tires, I'm kind of thinking she's going to be able to get one of those laps back, racing the hard way here.
I was just about to bring that up, Tony. We'll see. We'll see how long she can keep that lap, because even with those new tires, like I said, man, Chantel just has such a good line around this place. I think she'll be able to run her back down in a couple of laps.
Well, she already made a pass there. She just drove by one car, so she definitely took the tires. I was wondering if she had taken them, because sometimes in a race like this, when you just need to get a fast repair, you don't take the tires, you just fix the car. Actually, she made pretty short work of the 5 there, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
She sure did. Now, Chantel started. She qualified last, so she would have been in the 6th position. And it didn't take her all that long to get up to the front, but I imagine she burned up a lot of her tires making those passes she needed to get to the front. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
But she is still opening up the gap on Janice.
Yeah, but Hannah did pull away pretty quick. I was surprised, even with the new tires, that they were that effective.
About 10 lap different tires. You can definitely feel that when you're in the car.
Hannah is gone.
And Hannah's running a 5 lap average of about a .6. And Chantel still has the best of all the older tires.
Yeah, Janice is hanging fairly well, but yeah, she's just slowly losing time, lap after lap. And Chantel's really putting on a good show.
I'm just going back now. It seems to me now the winner at Michigan, was that not Chantel?
Yes, it was. Yeah, she was the one that took new tires and smoked them.
So when are we getting her on the team?
Yeah, no doubt. And what were you saying about fuel, David, for a 50 lap run? If it's totally green, can they make it?
Yeah, most mile and a half, she can go somewhere up to getting close to 60 or more laps.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be a factor at all, because I assumed we'd have a caution.
Yeah, we are making Ladies Night Out history here. We're at lap 25, and we have yet to see that yellow flag come out. Good on these ladies. Like they've been putting down some solid laps.
Well, so far there's been I've seen 2 major incidents, and in one case they were able to just keep it straight. In the other case, unfortunately, Lisa got put all the way into the infield and into the pit lane out of control. Got smacked with that pretty heavy penalty. But if you get knocked off the track surface at the ovals, it won't bring the caution out many times.
Well, that's kind of a ladies' night out tradition. If there's something on the track to get caught up in, it's usually Lisa, Janet, or both are going to get caught up in it. So take one for the team.
Yeah, this is true. They do seem to find themselves on the receiving end of a lot of crazy.
We have our leader on the apron. Is she making a pit stop?
Confirmed. She's bringing it in.
She is so. Okay, this is a bit unexpected. I was not expecting this. It's quite frankly, I believe it's just a smart move on her part.
Now, I could be wrong on the math, but I don't recall being able to go less than 50 laps at a mile and a half.
Well, it could be set up for a shortened tank, shortened fuel, or like I said, it could just be she doesn't want to make the 50 laps on the tires. Just doing halfway.
Yeah, we've seen several drivers this week in NIS races blowing out their tires, so that can be a concern.
We had a teammate this morning at Dover blow out 2 right fronts, so this might be a very good call.
Okay, so I just got some confirmation you can do well over 50 laps on a tank here. So she is definitely coming in to get those, get some fresh rubber, get some better grip.
And what is Janice gonna do? I hope she stays out. That could make it real interesting.
Janice is in the pits.
Oh no!
Took 4 tires and just pulling out.
That's probably the safe call.
Now the question is, will Vanessa see if she can hang out there and win on strategy here? It'll also be interesting to see what the time differential is for 20 lap old tires. Nope, 32 tried to come in, I think, and then missed her pit.
Yeah, missed pit road. It's got to make another lap around. Yeah. But did a good job of bailing out, and yeah, shouldn't be any kind of penalty or anything from what I saw. Didn't hit the cone, didn't get in the grass, just going to cost some time.
Well, we also have Ashley Visser. She has decided to stay out as well, and I'm not sure. Maybe she missed her pit again. It kind of looked like she was trying to come in, but looks like she's having a bit of issue, and she just kind of hit the wall there. So her tires are shot for sure.
And the time differential on these older to newer tires is about 1.5 seconds at this, is what it's showing so far.
Oh, and she ended up hurting her car. Must have been pretty bad. She was on the back stretch there. She had come to a complete stop and called for the tow truck.
And Vanessa did make it to pit road this time around, so she did make a stop.
And that will cycle our leader back to Chantel.
And that is the first official green flag pit stops that we have seen from these ladies. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, very nice. We'll see how it cycles out, but I think Janice might have made a little bit of time on the pit cycle.
Currently, Hannah has leapfrogged Janice, it looks like, because of the pitting just a little bit sooner. She had a little bit more time on those fresh tires. Yeah, Hannah pitted 4 laps earlier than Jackie did. And Janice just now pit.
Well, and it looks like we have Jackie Chalmers in third. I think she was involved in something earlier and had to make a pit stop. So I think she's been in for pits earlier. But right now, if caution came out, it would really work well for her. I mean, for a lot of these ladies. But yeah, I think she's probably on some much more worn tires than most of these ladies are.
We were saying that there. Jackie just went around Hannah, and on the outside too. There was not a whole lot holding her back.
Okay, well, she might have some freshies. Like I can't. She's showing third place.
And Janice just did the same thing. So I think Hannah's tires are worn down a little bit. I don't think she's. Yeah, she's definitely losing a lot there.
Yeah, she stopped quite a bit earlier than the rest of them. Looks like she stopped on roughly lap 20 or so.
Number 7, Maria Beebe is she's smoking coming along the apron. There is not enough to pull out the caution here, but she's having some car trouble. And it looks like she just got loose coming out of 2 and put it in the wall.
Oh, nope. There was a car in front of her. There was a car spun in front of her.
Oh.
The 23.
How did I miss that?
Ashley Visser. Ashley looped it coming out of pit lane, out on the apron.
Oh, no.
Yep, I've done this before. Get loose, bounced off the wall, back into the surface, and Maria had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I've had the same type of troubles. You know, you get into some trouble, come down, okay, crap, I got to get my car fixed. Then you got the frustrations kind of built up a little bit, and you try to come back out and hit the gas a little too hard or just do something because the emotions are starting to run a little bit.
It looked like Janice had ran down our leader a little bit and knocked off about a second, and now Chantel's caught some traffic. She might be able to knock off a bit more, and it looks like she has.
Yeah, Chantel's last lap was a 8, and Janice's was a 2. So in that lap, she shaved off almost well over half a second.
It's only 10 to go, though. She's probably going to have to make a mistake for Janice to chop off this last 8.5 seconds.
Right now, she's running half a second per lap average faster on a 5-lap average.
So much math.
And that's interesting. Her tires are not that much fresher than Chantel's. I think she's just finding her rhythm, or she may have liked the more used track. It's handling a little better for her now.
This could be a Martin Truex situation, too, where if Janice was to catch up with her, we might see a little extra speed.
Are you accusing Chantel of sandbagging?
I'm just saying, maybe she's playing a little safe with that, 9-second gap.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no sense in, overrunning your tires if you don't have to. If you got that 8-second lead, it might be a good time to kick back a little bit and just make sure that you're putting in those solid laps and not giving any way for mistakes to happen.
She's definitely, she's checked out. It's hers to lose. We're Down to 7 to go here.
Half a second, even gaining half a second a lap, she won't even get halfway to her.
Yeah, 7 to go, and we only have 3 ladies on the lead lap currently.
Their times have leveled out. They had similar lap times. Well, we had a 6.3 from Chantel and a 5.9 from Janice. So that advantage is starting in the pace is starting to balance.
Well, Tony, I think you called on the podcast that you were expecting a cleanish race today. I don't know that you were thinking caution-free green flag pit stops. I don't know that you were thinking that.
No, that never crossed my mind, to be honest with you. Yeah, this has been crazy. They have been showing us some pretty darn good racing today. I mean, Chantel's, once she got to the lead, she's just saying, all right, guys, I'm checking out of here. But we've seen some really good racing from these ladies all throughout the pack, like we normally have. Just this time, it looks like we could be pin to pin, all green.
We had some trouble on the front stretch.
I don't know what just happened there. The leader came through like there was a car down low in the tri-oval. And Lisa and the leader had to kind of navigate. It was kind of a mess. That's what we get for talking about how awesome the race has been. I should have just shut up till the end of the race.
23 car almost pulled out right in front of the leader onto the track. And I'm surprised the caution didn't come out with those 2 slow cars.
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, that one was kind of odd, and it looked like Lisa was just making sure she was giving the room to the leader as she was getting put another lap down and caught part of the wall, which sent her spinning to the infield again.
Yeah, I was watching the leader. She was just, exactly that. She was just trying to give the leader some space to get by. They were just kind of trying to navigate that, and the 23 was just kind of sitting there and kind of just about wrecked all of them.
Yeah, and for that little bit there, I was kind of surprised that caution didn't come out, because you had 2 cars there that were definitely rolling roadblocks, and they weren't even really rolling that hard, so that's kind of odd.
Yeah, the iRacing cautions have been kind of hit or miss lately for me. I thought they had that stuff fixed, but
It's been broke for the whole season.
I was gonna say, if you listen to the iRacers Lounge podcast every Thursday, you will hear Mr. Hall talk about the broken cautions.
We had a Darlington race. Literally 3 cars stopped on the track, parked on the track, and I had to stop in front of or stop behind them, and come to 100% stop and no caution, because no cars were threatening them other than the cars right behind them that had to stop.
One lap to go. All Chantel has to do is make it one more time around without tearing this thing up, and this is hers.
Oh yeah, she's got almost half a track here. Definitely the whole backstretch lead on Janice, and they are currently the only 2 on the lead lap. So.
And a familiar lap for her is this next one is going to be the victory lap. Wave to the sim
And
fan.
there it is. And your winner is the number 5 Chantal Pottle, and she put on a clinic. Those are very clean laps, lap after lap. Yeah, so we'll be talking to her again, and this is Man, we get too many more of these. You know, where was I going with this? It was going to be a real snappy joke, and I lost it.
You should have just let go of your push to talk button and blamed it on that.
I should have. I should have. I was trying to work in some kind of like, free meal or something from, getting to know Chantel so well, but yeah, I kind of blew that.
Well, this win was basically chalked up to speed. She was the fastest driver.
Yeah, she was the fastest driver. She put those very, very clean laps. She navigated through traffic very well. Um, yeah, yeah, she did. She did a great job. Chantel, congratulations. This is 2 in a row now for you.
Thanks.
So how about that? You started, near the back. Did you qualify that way on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
I was wondering because you're about 4 seconds off of all the other ladies. I was wondering if that was a bit of a strategy call. Well, I mean that call worked out quite well for you, and uh, we were very happy to see that you came down. About halfway through your run.
Yeah, I was pretty much trying to save my tires. That's a big learning thing for me. And I started using them up really bad, and lap 25, I could barely turn.
So how about with a couple to go there? Do you need a change of pants?
Yeah, that was really close.
I was like, yeah, that's the only thing that we were actually talking on the stream about how great and how clean the racing has been, and then yeah, the leader just about gets wiped out. But yeah, great run. Yeah, it was fun to watch. It was kind of a clinic tonight. You just definitely put on a show. I think you ended up beating Janice by about 9.5 seconds there. Great run. I think we might have lost Tony. He's been having push to talk issues. Oh, now you're muted, David.
Well, yeah, our push to talk seems to be having some issues tonight. But Chantel, yeah, once again, thank you for coming on and sharing some of your strategy and stuff with us. Great racing again. I have a feeling we will likely be talking to you again in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe not at the plate track, but maybe the next one.
Well,
If you
very
want to, if
good.
you want to get
Yeah.
practice at those plate tracks, just play around in what is it? Not Delara Dash, but the Carb Cup.
Well, how about that, Pete? Pin to pin. We've never seen that. We should have probably had a couple of cautions, but the yellow flag did not fly. But yeah, a lot of good racing tonight. Yeah, the time in for this race is, like we're sitting currently at 45 minutes. This is just unheard of. The ladies were kind of giving us an easy night. We just had to talk about the race. There was no cautions. We didn't have to, come up with any filler or anything like that. Yeah, this is yeah, I'm looking forward to June. This is great.
If you want some more David Hall, I think he's going to be on the Aftermath podcast next weekend. What I've been hearing.
Really? Is that a ninja surprise invite?
I don't know. We need to have you on soon, and I think, yeah, I think I don't think we have anybody lined up, so I think it would be a good time to have you on.
Yeah, I do have. We have all the Indy 500 stuff going on. I think that's all I know going on. I'm not looking forward to running Coda. So, but yeah, if I'm available, I'll sneak in.
But otherwise, yeah, just thank you, Pete, for putting this on, and thank the ladies for putting on a great show. It was a lot of fun to watch. We have to bump up the laps if we're going to have this much green flag racing again.
Thanks for having us out, Pete. We love doing this. A lot of fun.